Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia. Where last time, we were captured by Valuer, and then immediately escaped Valuer. And on our way out, we helped ourselves to, their most powerful ship ever built, and their crown prince, who now works for us. So, it was a damn good day. Okay, let's kick off today by, just having a bit of a look-see round our ship, because it is a lot bigger and more fancy than anything we've had so far. So alright, just a nice quick corridor, then if we just go straight on in this direction, hang on, keep on keeping on here, we could just climb a very long ladder in order to get up to the very top of the ship, and oh yeah, oh flippin' yeah, I will take that right there. And there's even a series of, tubes, so you can talk to people elsewhere in the ship. Alright, this is the lookout tower. All we need now is a competent lookout, and, okay, don't you worry, Enrique, I've already got someone in mind. Because yes, indeed, today one of our main objectives is going to be starting to put together a crew. So, back into the central corridor, just a mosey on down the stairs, and, okay, we're even getting into, bloody fancy doors right here. This is the stuff, I love it. So, right, just head out the back through this lovely steel door here. And this brings us out onto, the proper full deck. So, right, when we run into random enemies, this is where we're gonna be fighting them from now on. And even better, hang on, I hear something. This ship comes with its own cham, I love it. And as you build up your crew, you can also speak to them around the ship, which is just lovely as well. So, that was, yes, the deck there, and now, okay. The very, very fancy door, because, seriously, this ship is a nice ship, alright? Proper wooden flooring, chandeliers, all the rest of it. Now this'll cocky do. And you may have noticed already, by the way, yes, if we just nip into the menu, the delphinus does have a value assigned to it, a value of 10 million gold. And our previous ship, the Little Jack, had a value assigned to it too, which, might make you think there was some form of a ship buying or selling mechanic in Skies of Arcadia. And there isn't, but at some point during development, it was planned there would be. So the value system is just a bit, left over from that. Sadly, you cannot buy or sell ships, though you can do various things to make them worth more if you just like knowing your ship is worth a lot of money. Okay, tour complete, just a mosey back up to the bridge because, yes indeed, I'm pretty sure Gilder mentioned he wants to have a bit of a chat with us. And Gilder has decided that he's leaving. Which, shouldn't be too surprising. This is not his ship. He doesn't really want to be my crew. He's, got his own ship, his own adventures. He's been doing this a lot longer than we have. So, we always kind of knew he was probably going to go back to his own ship at some point. So, yes indeed. He's decided he's back off to the Claudia. This has been a fun adventure, but he's stepping away for now. So, yes indeed, our time with Gilder has actually been pretty short, all things considered. And before he goes, he's got 3 pieces of advice for me. Okay, let's hear it, Gilder. Number 1, you need to get a crew. Don't worry, I'm on it, I've got some really talented people in mind. Number 2, you're going to need a base, and yes indeed, we know Daka had his island, we were just there, my own dad has got Pirate Island and whatnot, so, okay. We're gonna need to set up our own headquarters because this is really the point as far as I'm concerned. The game comes alive. Like, I love Skies of Arcadia up to this point. It's one of my favourite games of all time from start to finish, but so much becomes available at this exact moment in the game. And Gilder's got a rather interesting idea. What about that deserted island I found you on? I believe it's called Crescent Isle, and that island looks just about right. Why don't you head back in that direction? So, yes indeed, we can go and check that out when we're ready. And most of all, no matter what happens, never give up. I don't know if you've realised it yet, but you've accomplished a lot so far, especially for someone your age. You've escaped from the Valuan Colosseum, crossed the Southern Ocean, found Dakot's treasure, defeated 3 of the admirals of the Armada, took 2 of the giggers out of commission, and escaped from the Grand Fortress twice, so he's not wrong, it's already been one hell of an adventure. For some reason, everyone seems to follow you, myself included, even though you're a tiny bit crazy. And actually, it's because no matter what, you never give up. Anytime something stands in your way, you never let it stop you. Your crew knows you'll always do everything in your power to protect them. I can tell by the way they look at you. And on this bridge with this ship, you're gonna sail around the world. Oh, Gilder, you are a star, aren't you? Alright, so let's go. Full speed to Crescent Isle and... okay, can we maybe hold off for 1 second? There's a few other bits and pieces I'd like to take care of first, device. There is so much we could do right now. Not just the things that Gilder mentioned, but on top of that, yes indeed. The truth is, the delphinus wasn't actually done yet. We kind of stole it before it was finished. So as a result, the hull's not fully reinforced, so it probably won't be able to get past stone reefs at this point. So, okay. We still need to do some upgrades, but that's not going to stop me going to hunt for more crew, Enrique. Don't even try and stop me. Still, once we make a couple of minor improvements, yes indeed. Once the engine output is optimized, we'll be able to go through cocking sky rifts. Just like we saw Ramirez doing when he attacked Nazrad. And at that point, just look at those sky rifts. The map is going to start opening up very, very fast indeed. And on top of that, if we just mosey back over here to Sailor's Island for just a flipping moment. Yes, that's not the only stuff that we can now turn our attention to if we were to choose to. And blimey, in the Sailors Guild, I'm apparently advised the valiant who everyone's been talking about. So, oh yeah. Oh flippin' yeah, that'll flippin' do. But yes, what I actually wanted to focus on was a brand new couple of bounties have also just shown up here. So a loner who attacks using machines he built, he's now floating around the world doing a lot of, yes, wanton destruction of property. And the Ixness demons are female triplets who attack ships carrying handsome men. Knowing this, some men who have been left behind in raids have been psychologically traumatized. Fierce in a fight, they each cover the other's weaknesses, so be careful. So, yes indeed, there is suddenly a huge amount we could turn our attention to. And that's not cocking all, because as I try and leave, would you cocking believe, there's another black spot too. So, bounties, the Angel of Death, the crew members, a new headquarters, yes, and one more very important thing too, which is, we didn't just lose Gilder a second ago. Oh no, we replaced him with Enrique and... okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Enrique as part of your team. Narratively, it's really interesting to have the Prince of Valour. He's got some really good story stuff coming on, but you know, as a member of your team, I feel like I really struggle to figure out where he's supposed to fit in, because he is very literally an all-rounder. He does basically everything sort of okay. You know, his attack is a tiny bit better than Ica's, but barely at all. His will, broadly in line with Ica too, coming with 14 magic points, so you kind of get the feeling he's kind of supposed to be a mage, but if I was ever doing magic, I would never make him do it above Fina. His health is lower than Vi's, though his defense is a tiny bit higher, and it's just a bit difficult to figure out what to do with Enrique, because he kind of does everything sort of okay, but he doesn't excel at anything. And as for that defense, yes, it's not really because he's tanky, he just literally comes with very good gear that boosts his defense. So, yes, Enrique is a bit of a tricky one. Still, I would say there's only one place that would be right for me to go now, and that is, yes, at the dawn of this brand new stage of our adventure, I'm going back to where it all began. We're going to visit Pirate Isle. Because you see, sure, it's lovely to go visit home on occasion, but yes, obviously, we also need to put together a crew. And right here on Pirate Island is the most important crew member of all, because it turns out in this game, you can recruit your own bloody dog. So, yes indeed. Power, I think me and you need to have a chat. So, Visor, we want to ask you to do something for us. we really wish we could go with you and help out, but we're still too young, I guess. Or at least that's what our parents say. So instead, we want you to take Pow with you. He'll help you out there instead. So, yes indeed, come back home and you can recruit your own dog. And in case you're wondering, by the way, Pow's official job on the ship is Jester, which I think, basically just means he's good for morale, damn it. And even better, if you just nip downstairs into the pirate bunker, there's a bit of a surprise waiting for you, because last time we were here, the Albatross had been destroyed by Valor, and while we've been having our adventures, would you believe, Captain Dan has been rebuilding his ship, so the Albatross is back again, which I think is lovely, though I'm going to be honest, we won't say this to our dad, but I feel like my ship is, a fair bit nicer than the one they've just rebuilt. Anyway, time to be moving on, because yes, if you know the right places to look, we can actually be expanding our crew quite a lot immediately. Here we go, just nip back to Sailor's Island here, and all of a sudden there's a lot we can cocky do, though. Okay, I think it's only right we start with one very special person in particular, though. Okay, while we're passing him by, I have noticed, many people in the comments saying that I keep refusing to acknowledge this lovely rotating sailor. And today I'm going to acknowledge him. Okay, hilariously, if you speak to him when you first pass, he explains that he's rolling on the ground because he's really, really cocking happy to be back on dry ground. But, yes, because we're further in the plot, he's now responding to my recent escape from Grand Fortress, so, okay, this is just delightful. He's just basically rolling around on the ground squirming while also talking casually about recent plot points. That's marvellous, but if you speak to him at the start of the game, he explains he's just really happy to be on terra firma, damn it. Anyway, let's just mosey into the weapon shop because, yes indeed, poor Pinta, who used to have an entire mini-game dedicated to him that got cut out of the GameCube version, buddy. I feel like now it's time for your redemption. Because yes indeed, Pinta, you may no longer be able to go on your own tiny handheld voyage on the Dreamcast, but how about instead you join me on my boat as my newest crew member? And there we go, we've now got our first ever delegates. And there's a few more people we could pick up too, so yes indeed, a mysterious purple man chilling out right here. If I recall correctly, we spoke to you the very first time we passed through town. And at the time, if you speak to him right at the start of the game, he brushes you off because he's only interested in people who've got a very large amount of money. But now, I've got my own ship, and a pretty damn large amount of money too, it must be said, so as a result of that, he's now willing to consider it. However, he's only willing to do it when, yes, he gets paid what he thinks he's worth. And he thinks his worth is pretty bloody high, because he wants 10,000 cocky gold. But you know what? Over the course of this game, I do want to recruit, like, literally every crew member. So, why not, buddy? Welcome aboard. And as a result, we've now picked up our first helmsman, Lawrence. Magnificent. And just one more to go. Beautiful. So yes, nip into the bar here and Polly, who once upon a time helped us convince Drachma to offer us a lift. So you kids are recruiting new members for your crew. Well, you've come to the right place. They don't call it Sailor's Island for nothing. I'm sure you'll find plenty of candidates for your crew and, yes indeed, Polly, we were actually hoping you might be willing to join because, there's a nice bar downstairs in the Delphinus. We need someone to work there. And what? You want me to be your cook? This is a joke, right? You see, ever since the sailor I married got shipwrecked during one of his voyages to the east, I've had to make ends meet by running this tavern with my only daughter, Anne. I can't just suddenly pick up and leave. And as it turns out, Anne's got something to say about that. You've always said you wish you had a ship so you could go and look for father. I don't even remember my father's face, If anything, do it for me. Go find my father and bring him home. Don't worry about the tavern, I can take care of things while you're away, so, yes indeed. Not all crew members are willing to just, join up because they feel like joining up. Some join up because they've got their own missions they want to take care of. And in the case of Polly, yes indeed. She's got a mysterious husband who went missing during a journey to the east, so, alright, we'll be picking up with that later. And there we flipping go, we've now got ourselves a cook too. So, at this point you may be wondering what's the actual point of gathering these crew members together, like what do they actually do, and this is really rather interesting actually. Some of them, simply by being assigned as the active crew member for that particular job slot, provide a passive benefit to the delphinus. So Lawrence is one of those. He's pretty simple really. As long as he's the helmsman, the ship's quick is boosted by I think it's about 30 or thereabouts, so as a result, you're more likely to go first during your ship fights. But of course that's only true if he's the active helmsman. In the future, when we've got a second helmsman, we'll have to choose which effect we want to benefit from. Other characters, however, bring something far more interesting to the table, which is they generate new crew commands. Alright, I see a Valoran cruiser dead ahead, let's go mess up his day. So, just as we've seen before, we can do all our regular bits and pieces. We can attack with our brand new prototype cannons, we can focus, we can use our moon cannon, but now we're on the Delphinus and we've got active crew members, we've got access to the new crew menu. And as a result, rather than spending our spirit firing cannons or whatnot, we can get the crew to do special things, and some of these are really bloody good. Marco, for example, he can spend 8 spirit to double your spirit points for 1 turn, so oh yeah, if you've got an amazing turn coming up where there is loads of criticals floating around, you can use Marco to basically fill up your spirit meter so much that you can nail the enemy on the turn that counts. Pow, meanwhile, can yes, boost your chance of attacking first for a full turn for only 4 spirit, pretty bloody cheap all things considered. Then we've got Polly, she can replenish 1 character's magic points in the event that, say, you're depending on Ica and Fina to be casting magic. What's much more interesting is, yes, good old Pinta, who for 10 spirit can protect your ship from enemy cannon fire for an entire cocky turn, so in an emergency, when you need to be like, healing and avoiding damage, bloody hell that's good. Like, some of these abilities can be absolute cocky game changers. For the time being though, yes, I think we can just, fire regular cannons at this guy because, oh dear, this is a tiny mid-ocean ship taking on my incredibly powerful mega vessel, so, oh dear Valois, I feel like, yes, the boot's on the other foot now. Few more shots he goes down, and yes indeed, before I flipping forget, a very familiar ship has just appeared in the distance, and, okay, it's been a bloody while since we've made it here, and I have got so many coking fish for you. Seriously, I just never get bored of feeding this bird a fish, and watching it slowly get bigger and bigger, and then be rewarded with, some sort of weird bird vomit prize. It's great. And bloody hell, the next one was good. So, right, that's a guaranteed success revive box right there. So if someone gets knocked unconscious, we can now just, get them back up on their feet using an item guaranteed. So, oh bloody hell, the bird is good. Right, keep giving him more fish, damn it. Okay, next up we've received the female armor, which I'm assuming is going to be very, very good indeed. We'll look at that in a moment. Followed up by the white map. Okay, now that's of interest right there. We'll get to, yes, why that's rather fascinating in a moment. Though unfortunately, yes, they can't all be winners. On occasion, the bird is literally just going to vomit up fish, damn it. Oh, and hello, sexy. I think we've fed the bird enough fish that, yes, indeed. It's starting to evolve once again, and Vise, nothing's wrong. The bird just does this on occasion. You've literally seen it before, though, as it happens, yes indeed. The bird's hairstyle just gets more and more fabulous as time goes on. Like, he just gets more of an extended weird quiff going on at the back. It's brilliant. And even better, he's still very happy to, toss up some brand new lovely rewards for us. Beautiful. On this occasion, the Warrior's Heart, and, okay, that one's pretty special. Oh, and here we go. Now the camera's at the side. Oh, yeah. You can really see the giant curled round hair at the back. So, basically, yes, on this occasion, he's just evolved to have a fancier hairstyle. And good for him, quite frankly. And here we go. The Ancient Bracer. Okay, we are just swimming in amazing items right now. I'm going to forget about some of these, but that's the downside of, yes, catching a lot of fish before you make it back to dock, I suppose. And never mind, that was the last one. Good. Also, I completely missed that, yes, during the last dungeon, Ica and Fina had nothing equipped because, we never gave them back their items after breaking them out of prison. Well, that's cocking embarrassing. Okay, so the armor we picked up turns out to be, yes, broadly useless. That's significantly worse than what we've already picked up from Rixus and thereabouts. Lovely. Okay, and as for the items we just picked up, yes indeed. The white map. You can get this as a very rare drop from certain loopers, though, yeah, getting one guaranteed from the bird, much, much easier. And, okay. If you're just, trying to get from point A to point B, this item basically lowers the encounter chance. So, less random encounters, much faster just travelling around the map. So, say, if you're just looking for discoveries, trying to get to the next main plot thing, this is a good item to have equipped. The Ancient Bracer, meanwhile, is a really bloody interesting item because, yeah, a solid boost to attack, to defense, to chance to hit, to dodge, etc, etc. Just a generally solid all-round item for boosting your physical stats, but yes, indeed. Enrique can't use it. You can see there which team members can and can't equip the thing. And, yeah, Enrique can't. And he's kind of like, our secondary physical attacker right now. So that's a bit of a shame. Vice could, but we've already got the captain's hat and we're literally never going to take it off. So, I mean, I guess if there's a fight where you need Ica to do more physical damage, you could give it to her, I suppose. But, yeah, I'm not necessarily seeing much use for it for us. And then finally, oh Warrior's Heart, my beloved, I love this item. So, yes indeed, a glowing gem that allows the user to recover spirit during the fight. And, okay, that description is not very helpful. What it means is, at the start of each turn, though not the first turn for some reason, just the second turn onwards, you gain bonus spirit for having this thing equipped. And, oh yeah, this thing should be set on as somebody at all times. And to my mind, yeah, given Vise you're going to be wanting to be focusing on boosting attack and Fina to boosting will and whatnot, it's either going to be Ica or Enrique. And yeah, Ica right now I've really set up to maximise that chance to hit, so Enrique's probably just carrying, the most nothing item, just an item giving him a tiny bit more defense, so as a result of that, he gets the Warrior's Heart, though, yes indeed, it's got no stats on it whatsoever, so you're giving up stats for special, though, to my mind, that's a worthy trade. Okay, all that in hand, we're back on Sailor's Island once again because, yes indeed, you may have noticed a moment ago, we passed by our next target, and that is this rather fabulous individual right here. Because you see, this chappy is the next super elite optional GameCube boss, so yes indeed, a pirate who has got an incredibly powerful machine. And on top of that, it could produce other smaller drones too. So, right, on this occasion, we're going to be facing off against an entire cocky crowd of enemies. In which case, I can't help but notice that, yes indeed, I do keep complaining that, I've got too many moonberries. So, how about we spend some of them and unlock some rather useful new abilities? Kicking off with Vise because, okay, his next ability is not one that we're going to be using that often, but on this occasion, oh bloody hell, this is bloody good. So, Vise summons the spirit of an ancient air pirate to defend and counterattack for his crew. So, basically, Vise gets to protect all of his crew from normal attacks. And on top of that, generate counterattacks for everybody. So, basically, it's Counter-Strike for the entire cocky team. And, on this occasion, oh yeah, that's going to be rather useful. So welcome to the rotation, Skull Shield. And then of course, it feels a bit odd to have Enrique on the team with no super moves. So, number one, nice and simple. Enrique attacks a single enemy with a flurry of precise sword attacks. This attack is not very good, because, plain and simple, it's a physical attack, and Enrique's physical stats aren't that impressive. But we need to take it because, oh bloody hell, the next special move is maybe the best in the entire game. So, creates a defensive barrier for one turn, all physical damage received is cut in half. And that's for the entire cocky team. Justice Shield is amazing. It is just absolutely ridiculously good, because the vast majority of enemies will be doing physical damage the vast majority of the time, so being able to halve that, like for your entire team, for only 4 special points, oh, that is a cocky bargain. And we're also going to nip into the shops of Sailor's Island because they've got some refreshed inventory. So, for example, the lad is selling, yes, some naval uniforms that would give a tiny defensive boost to Vice and Icon. Nice to have. I may well pick them up on the way past, but, okay, what we're really looking for is the Moon Dust Ring. 48 cocking will. So, yes, we'll be buying that and giving that to Fina right cocking now. Okay, all of that in hand, we've got a lot of new toys to try out, and you, buddy, you are going to be a very, very good person to test them on. And once again, the game giving you a warning to make sure you're really 100% sure you want to speak to this guy, but okay, you know what? I like your style, buddy. You are amazing. So, let's have a lovely chat to you. What are you looking at, punk? Looks like we've got a live one here. At least this makes the bounty a bit more interesting. And I hear you've been thrashing up cities with that machine of yours. Your name's, I don't know, possibly Lapen? I've no idea how his name's supposed to be pronounced. I'm just going to say Lapen, okay? His name's Lapen, presumably. And what, are you here to try and stop me or something? And yes, indeed I am, buddy. Let's flipping go. So, as usual, bounty fights happen outside on my ship. We never fight actually in the towns because we're good eggs, damn it. And do bear in mind, we're not so much fighting him as this machine that he's been using to trash the towns. And damn right, I built this thing. It's the only thing my good-for-nothing pops ever taught me. And Dad, you have a dad? I figured you must have been hatched from an egg and crawled out from under some rock somewhere. It's not a great insult, really, Iker. It's not your best, like, not even close. And, yes, indeed. Watch your mouth. Besides, he's not even my real dad. He just found me somewhere and decided to raise me. And I have no idea what's going on over on the right there. Something's just slightly bugging out. I didn't ask for help. He just picked me up and brought me home. Anyway, his name is Centime the Coward. So yes, indeed, the lovely engineer we ran into earlier. This here's one of the kids that he took in. And here we flipping come. Right, that wibbly stuff at the back, that was his gigantic machine's exhaust port. It's just the machine hadn't loaded in yet. So, I mean, you've got to give him. It's a damn good tank. Like, you know, it's like a giant train, but with a golden skull, a giant fist, and a cannon. Like, you gotta give it to him. That is cocking style right there. And here we cocky go. Brand new team, a giant McJibble, and yes indeed, just like we were warned about, we're not just taking on him. We're also taking on a series of small droids that he can spawn onto the field. If we leave them alone, they will just keep attacking us over and over and over again. But, oh, this here is why I brought along skull shields. Because, you see, these tiny machines, they don't have special moves. Because they're just, you know, basic enemies, they've only got basic attacks. Meaning, oh, Skull Shield is going to be really, really cocking useful. And okay, Ike, you're on item duty as usual, though, yes, on this occasion, given at least for the time being, we're going to be, you know, doing a whole bunch of skull shielding with eyes. Enrique is going to get the Incram because we're going to be relying on him to do a fair whack of attacking. As for you, Fina, yeah, just drop a Piri box down. Let's see how much damage that does these guys. Don't forget to put anyone attacking over to, yes, Silver, because that's super effective against a yellow. And just for funsies, yeah, launch one basic attack against a frog just to see what happens. So, here we go.
Pirates of old, defend our cause!
Oh yeah, you've got to say, Skull Shield's pretty good, and on top of that you may notice, yes indeed, Fina just took 0 damage. It's not just a guard, it's a complete damage negation. And she's guaranteed a flipping counter, though admittedly, yes, it's not much of a counter because they're going for Fina. You may also notice, by the way, yes, they all went for Fina. Why? Because this guy prioritizes attacking your weakest member to try and pick them off, and that's pretty much always going to be Fina. So, you gotta watch Fina during this fight. She will take a lot of damage, and okay, that did nothing. That was very underwhelming. Still, bare minimum, we're starting to take these guys down. And, okay, he's cracking out these special attacks immediately. Sidewinder is... okay, so basically, welcome to the world of, yes, the optional GameCube fights in the later bit of the game, because, bloody hell, right. Right. We're already in a bit of trouble right here, so, I feel like we need to use Skull Shield, basically, just to, you know, stop flipping Fina from dying, otherwise she will die this turn. As for Ica, right, you start using Sacrum Crystals. Restore 1,000 hit points for every ally. Lovely. As for Fina, who should be able to get off, yeah, one attack if we're lucky, let's focus down one of these guys if we can, because, okay, you need to go down. Then again, actually, you know what? That should work fine, given there's going to be another counter-attack yet. We could use, no, we can't use Royal Blade, that's too expensive, but Justice Shield will, you know, stop further ridiculous damage. You just do that. So, okay, we're not doing much actual, you know, lovely attacking right now. We're just trying to cocking survive, but, oh, Justice Shield is, it is mighty. It is truly cocking mighty. There's the Skull Shield to keep, yep, Fina nice and protected, and, seriously, during this fight, or any fight really, where there is a very large number of basic enemies, Skull Shield is invaluable. It's just a shame on this occasion they're prioritizing Fina, because her counterattacks are basically doing nothing. If they were attacking someone else, we'd be doing much better. So, okay. That's going to get everyone back into, you know, better shape. Meanwhile, break out some good ice magic. Now that should do some good work to you, buddy. I mean, they're flipping better. Okay, they must have really good magic resistance, because that is not doing much, and I feel like he's about to do something very bad. Okay, Moonstone Blast just Visor's down. Okay, the reason Visor's down is because that spell could just one-shot kill. Oh, this is going well so far. This is brilliant. Okay, this is fine. We've got 2 Rizlam boxers. We can use that to get Vise back up on his feet. Which is particularly important because, oh, right now we don't have Skull Shield. So Fina is like, you know, incredibly vulnerable. You know what? Let's do this the other way round, actually. Ica, you do the healing. Fina, you get Vise back up on his feet. And Enrique just desperately protect us, because yes, it's a priority move, meaning it gets to go first under all circumstances. So, okay. Everything's fine, and well done for protecting Visor's corpse there. I appreciate it, and, okay, she can take the attacks, but, yeah, kind of curious what at this point, our main chap Lapen's gonna do. He could potentially do some bad stuff. And seriously, we've not taken out a single basic tiny robot yet. This is deeply concerning. And okay, the mistake I've made there is, yes, you can't heal someone who's down on the ground. So yes, Vise isn't good to get any healing. The only upside is, yeah, he's very slow, like Lapen himself. So he's gonna get to go last. And never mind, Rizlam is back up to full health. Good. Here comes another Sidewinder, but on this occasion, yes, we've got Justice Shield up, so this should do not as much as it did last time, but bloody hell, welcome to the world of the tougher bosses. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Glyph of Might on Fina to improve her physical defense, because why not, damn it? And then, yeah, just keep defending for the time being. Justice Shield, Mag flippin'-nificent, hopefully. Okay, Skull Shield 2, that gets priority. Here comes the attack, so okay. Now I'm hoping we can start taking out the baby robots, and that's really important because as his robots go down, he spends time regenerating them, meaning he's not attacking with his stupid special moves. So, you know, that's pretty bloody important, actually. And here we go, one Glyph of Might just to protect her against, you know, any more attacks from Lapen herself. This is, yeah, it's not going spectacular, it must be said. Here comes even more healing, so, okay. That should get the team back up into decent enough shape for now. Another cocking Sidewinder, but for the time being, yeah, we're doing a good job tanking those thanks to Justice Shield. Seriously, Justice Shield is going to keep you alive a large part of the time. And on this occasion, yeah, what I'm going to do is Rain of Swords. I think we've now got enough going on. The Rain of Swords is going to work pretty well. You just keep spamming these Sacrum Crystals. I'm going to be honest, we're going to run out of them at some point or another. you just guard. That's absolutely fine. And you've still got enough in the tank to Justice Shield. So, okay. That's priority. It gets to go first. A lovely Justice Shield there. Got to appreciate that. So, okay. Everything added together. Yeah, Fina can tank this for now because those droids are ridiculously fast. So she's alive. Then we just drop a heal. Good. That gets Fina back into decent shape because, seriously, this is very difficult. But here we flipping go. Now we're going to start laying down the fire. It's my cocking turn, buddy. Down go the droids. Right. He's now got no droids. Meaning, if we're lucky, never mind, he is not going to flipping spawn more droids. He's just done target search. So, oh yeah, if you thought he was hitting hard so far, oh no. He's only just cocky getting started, actually. Okay, Vise, you guard. Ike, you just drop a tiny bit of healing on Fina, just to get her into a better and better shape. Fina, you guard as well. Enrique, Justice Shield. Just pure nothing but cocky defense today, please, because he is really about to cocking hurts. And here we flipping go. He's activating the rampage, and yes, indeed, he's going for Fina, because this fight is seriously just overwhelmingly about just, targeting the weakest person on the field. It's downright mean, to be honest. Still, bare minimum, we now have a yes. Now, Spirit to start bringing the pain back to him. So, right, Cutlass Fury, then a Hangabout. We need something really good in terms of healing. Sacralon, basically a full heal. Get Fina back up to tip-top shape, please. Lovely. As for you, Fina, yeah, it's time to start getting a Vise into good shape too. Drop the Glyph of Might onto him. And honestly, Enrique, keep using Justice Shield because it is just very useful to protect the entire damn team. So here we go. We got one Cutlass Fury coming in there and really not doing much, you've got to say. Blimey, this guy's got some defense on him. Marvelous. Though, okay, we've now got the Increm on a Vise as well. So next time we're going to be hitting a bit on the harder side. And then, yeah, we got ourselves a healing for Fina. Good. And if we're lucky, he's now going to start. There we flipping go. He's going to start wasting his time spawning new robots. So, okay. Honestly, Rain of Swords is pretty good for just, clearing the field and also doing a bit of damage to him. So, why not under the circumstances? So, begin just laying down more defense for the time being. A basic attack against Fina is not going to be doing that much. We've even got, time to be doing a tiny bit of focusing at the moment. Lay down the Rain of Swords. Is that enough to get the... oh yeah, that gets the kill right there. Good. And Sidewinder is not going to be able to do that much to us. And probably next turn, he's going to use Charge again to try and get more out on the field. Good. So okay, step by step, we can start wearing him down with some attacks there. And oh yeah, now we've got Increm. That's better. That's flipping better. Now we're doing some proper damage to that, lads. Now we're down to, half health, and if we're lucky, he's going to waste a lot of time trying to get his stupid drones back on the field. Good. This is seeming positive all of a sudden. Honestly, if we could just, keep Rain of Swords going, then basically every other turn he's going to be forced to try and spawn new drones. So, yeah. With that in play, I think we're in good shape, though. Oh. If I do that, I don't have enough to do Justice Shields. Which is concerning, but the team's in, a pretty good shape right now. Fina can just guard. Fina's fine. Everybody else just, keep focusing. This is going to be fine. So, a good dodge, Fina. Well cocked done. So, okay. Just make sure we've got enough lovely stuff. In fact, if we're lucky, John, the drone's already attacked. It's not like, you can stop the drone attacking. It gets to attack first. It's cocking fast. And there we go. He's not going to do something. We're going to do a lot of charging and target search. Right. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for Fina, which therefore leaves me, yeah, pretty free to just toss anything else we can attempt. So, yeah, Crystales box right there, magnificent. You obviously need to guard. So, okay, let's see, yes, how much the Crystales does to him, because I suspect it's not going to be... You know what? That's better than I was expecting from Ica and Crystales. That's not terrible at all. So, okay. I think at this point, we've got his cocking number. He's now in a lot of cocking trouble. And as expected, here comes the rampage. And yes, this fight's basically all about figuring out he's deliberately prioritizing your weakest member. And as long as you just, like, you know, keep them alive, you're in good shape. And with another Cutlass Fury, he's almost but not quite dead, so okay. Next turn, we should just be able to finish him off. So, okay, I'd forgotten one very, very, very small thing, actually, which is, when he gets low health, he's allowed to use Rampage over and over, because he just basically goes bananas. So, here's what's going to happen. I can finish him off, like, anytime I want to. The problem is, if I do, Fina doesn't get the XP. So what I'm going to do is work under the assumption he's going to attack last because he always attacks last. And, okay. I'm going to use 2 crystals in a row, Visor and Ica. The reason being, then yes, if either of them go before Enrique, they'll get Fina up. Enrique finishes off the boss because he's pretty slow, and then everybody gets the XP. Which also means we get to enjoy, yes, Enrique's new move, a Royal Blade. Lovely. So, please don't go first. Good. Ica went first because that's kind of her entire job. So, up you get, Fina. We want you to be, you know, gaining the experience and whatnot. Welcome back to the team. Now, Enrique, you just need to outspeed the guy who keeps going last. So, okay, bit of a waste of a crystal there, but I just wanted to make absolute double sure that Fina got, you know, back up on her feet. So, right, Enrique, this one's all yours, buddy. It's not a very, you know, good attack or anything, but it does look pretty damn nice, so you know what? Job cooking done. And a lot of level ups to Enrique up to 25, Vise up to 28, and blimey Vise, that was a good level for you. And that also gets us the Berserker Mail. Lovely. I can't believe this, I'm no better than Pops. And Lapen, I think you might have misjudged Centime. Your dad is the best machinist in all of Valois, heck, maybe even the world. And on top of that, he's a kind-hearted man who looks after young orphans like you and her hands. And just shut your mouth already, will ya? I don't need you to tell me that. I know. But I'm gonna be famous, I need to become famous. I can't sit around like Pops and wait for something big to happen to me. That's why I left home. I left to become a legend. And I'm gonna be honest, buddy, you're like halfway there with that outfit. It is spectacular. And, yes indeed, obviously, Vise is going to give some optimistic uplifting advice, which is, some things just take time. And I guess I can't blame you, I left home to find my own adventures too. So I guess you and I aren't so different, we both have so much to do ahead of us. But if you rush things and try and make a name for yourself by destroying towns, you'll only be known as a criminal and not a legend, so... Oh Vise, you're such a cocking star. And it looks like we've got through to the lad. Good, 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 good. You have defeated me, both physically and mentally. I bow my head to you, Vise. So, yes indeed, maybe down the line, we'll check in and see what's going on with him. And even more conveniently, we can literally just step next door right here to the Sailors Guild and... yes indeed, buddy, I can't help but notice, I've just defeated one of the bounties. Brilliant. Still, I would say, having tested out, yes, our new ship and brand new crew, and indeed our brand new teammate in a bloody difficult fight right at the end there, how about we call it a part there? Because, yes, indeed, next time, things are about to get a little bit on the sexy side, because it's time for us to set up our own personal pirate base, as recommended by Gilder on that lovely island that Vise was marooned on not so very long ago. So, hopefully, you join me next time for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Skies of Arcadia. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius! The giant rat scorpion is not gone! Oh, hang on, there's more yet, though. I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.